Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking evtol. So you can see the chart. Oh dear, sorry. You can see the chart. That was Windows playing up. You can see the chart right next to me on this side. What a reaction. Paused, interest rates, no cut. Well, companies like evtol manufacturers might not like it. That's why I'm here. Thank you everyone for joining. As I said, I'm Vaz, and I will be covering the special pre-earnings show for ACHR Aviation. What is an ACHR Aviation and what they actually do? Well, how about if we look at their aircraft? This is their very aircraft, ACHR Midnight. This is an evtol aircraft. What does an evtol stand for? The VTOL stands for vertical takeoff and landing aircraft or vehicle. The E stands for electric. As you can see, it looks all sexy, dandy, and sweet. Well, it's also green. It's also time-saving. This is the future of advanced air mobility, as they call it, or urban mobility. Imagine, rather than being stuck in traffic in Los Angeles or New York for a couple of hours trying to get from the center to your airport, why don't you take this fancy, beautiful, sexy aircraft which can take you over the traffic rather than in 2 hours, in mere 10 to 15 minutes. And it's green because it's electric. The aircraft has virtually zero emission. The aircraft is also much safer than the conventional helicopters with only a single rotor. As you can see, the aircraft has got multiple rotors. So if one of these gives out, the others can override, and if not finish the flight, they can carry out the emergency landing. We have witnessed in New York recently, very unfortunate event where a helicopter had a critical failure and it crashed into the Hudson. And I think there was 6 or 7 fatalities. So this is much safer. It's also much quieter. This is the future of city transport. It will also be affordable. In the next decade, it's not so long left. It's not so far away. It's no utopian idea. It's no Jules Verne book. This is the future coming at you right now. Right, hopefully you like the introduction. And we are here to give you, because of the earnings season is in the full swing, we are here to bring you one of the market leaders. If not the most significant company, which is nobody else than ACHR Aviation. ACHR Aviation, one of the market leaders, probably together with Joby Aviation, they have been at the front of the race of the evtol. Let me just check if everything is coming through. If the audio is clear. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining. We've got 177 people watching. I would like to ask you, hit the like button. If we hit, we've got more audience coming in. If we hit 100 likes, the video will get promoted by YouTube. And I think this is very interesting investment opportunity for yourselves. And maybe trading opportunity as well. As you could see, actually, the Fed report, look at the chart. This was when the pause was announced here. And what was the reaction? This could be opening great entry opportunity for yourselves as a long-term investor or even as a trader, because the earnings call is just around the corner. August the 11th. We will be covering this one on Martyn Lucas Investor live. Last earnings call, the first quarter, happened to be the biggest live evtol show on YouTube. So definitely you don't want to miss this. This is the market leader. Well, why I'm here? I'm here to give you the ins and outs. I'm here to bring you the rumors, the numbers, the facts, and probably something you can look out for as well on the earnings call. what we've got here. What you are looking at, we'll start in a very minute. I will just explain what is here. We are looking at our very unique newsletter. This is our news outlet. Sensei compiles this every day on your morning show before his morning breakfast show. Oh, let me just share the link with you. Those who are new to this, who have not seen the newsletter, that's me, Vaz28. I'm now copying 3 times the link to this newsletter. What is this newsletter about? Well, as I already mentioned, Sensei does this on his morning show or before his morning show. This comes to your mailbox. Sorry, not to your mailbox, to your email box, inbox. And it gives you all the morning forecast for the day. It gives you 5 topics to look out for. It gives you analysis, chart analysis, you name it. I do one periodically as well for my Saturday evtol and aerospace show. This is my, we've got a gold member. I need to announce this. I don't have the pop-up thing, but if you look at the chat, we've got Bad Boys BAS 11. We've got gold member on my show. Wow, how you can't see it, can you? Because it's out of the screen. How amazing that is. Congratulations. Thank you for joining. Martyn will give you your benefits soon in the chat. Right, so this is the newsletter, and I do one for my Saturday evtol/aerospace show. In the one from last weekend, I gave you some previews and insights for the Boeing coming earnings call, and we weren't that far off either. But this is a special. This is a special which is looking into the ACHR Aviation earnings call, and it's also covering Vertical Aerospace, which is one of our main companies we cover on our channel periodically, pretty much daily, if not daily, weekly. But Vertical Aerospace is one of our great companies. We have great partnership with them as well. Speaking of ACHR, at the end of the video, I will give you a little teaser or little surprise, if you bear with me. Also, after this video, Robinhood earnings. You could see Robinhood chart, not chat, chart. Quite liked and enjoyed the FOMC report. So that's great. Definitely join this. Robinhood is believed to be the next S&P 500 contender as well. So bear with me. I won't be long. I'll be about half an hour, 45 minutes. And then you can go off to Martyn, get some great news as well. ACHR Aviation, the second quarter earnings. Is this going to be the massive pivot point or a painful reality check? We know that ACHR Aviation and their earnings call, we don't get positive reaction usually. We usually get I don't want to say fairly negative reaction, but we usually get sell-off on the earnings call. The main issue, the main points is the financial side and the certification progress. However, we may have some turning points in here. How about if we go through it? This newsletter is fully interactive. Literally in this newsletter, if you scroll down, the second slide is link to this show, this very show. So you got this newsletter about an hour before I went live. If you open your newsletter, you can click on here. I'm not doing it now. You can click on here and it takes you right away into this show. However, you are here, so you're not missing anything. That's great. You have a lot of links in here. Sensei's X account, Martyn's X account, my X account, which I will give you shortly as well. I will give you some explanation and lay down as well. You've got Discord, premium membership, YouTube channel, merchandise, and more. There are polls, there are videos, there are links to previous shows, to the future shows, to the events, you name it. ACHR Aviation, the main noise has been pivoting around defense. What's going on? Let me just find you a video so I can show you on the screen. Adam Goldstein, the CEO of ACHR Aviation, have recently hinted that ACHR might be pivoting more towards the defense sector rather than the civil use. What does it mean? We know that ACHR have strong partnership with both market leaders. One is Palantir, the other one is Anduril. With Palantir, we are expecting to get engagement and development of an autonomous mission modules for ACHR Midnight and possibly their new aircraft, which might be announced on the coming earnings call. The new military autonomous aircraft. This is Palantir, strong partnership, strong player in the back of ACHR Aviation. Next one, Anduril. Currently, not non-publicly traded company, but waiting for their IPO. Market leading company. A big shark in the defense pool or pond, sea, whatever, pool, you name it. I don't know where sharks are kept, but big shark on the market. And we know that ACHR have been developing an autonomous and possibly hybrid powered new platform, new aircraft for the defense and military. We can expect update or some hints, some strong remarks in the coming earnings call. If this is happening, we can expect fairly positive reaction. That is ACHR Defense. We also know, and we should get some update on the ACHR's existing contract with United States Air Force to deliver, supply and service 10 Midnight aircraft for testing and further assessment. Currently, 2 out of these have been delivered, so we have 8 aircraft outstanding. What is the key point? Military use doesn't require FAA certification. The FAA certification has been one of the probably ACHR's downside in the investor's eyes. This means we can fly without waiting for the FAA. We know that ACHR still don't have their certification aircraft. However, pivoting towards military and defense can give us endless scope of opportunities to fly our aircraft and test it. Speaking of which, FAA certification delays. Still a drag. This remains the Achilles heel of ACHR Aviation. ACHR aim for type certification in 2025 as per their official statements. However, the certification aircraft still not produced. It's still not produced, and we could expect this maybe in Q4 rather than Q3. With focus shifting to defense, the civilian roadmap may slow, pushing revenue further into the future. Any signs of slippage here could turn investor sentiment sharply negative. This was one of the main drives of ACHR Aviation downside and the sentiment down drag. I see we've got 100 people watching. Those who just joined, I would like to ask you, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If we get, let's put it this way, if we get 80, if we get half of the audience hitting the like button, if we get 80 likes, I will tell you, as soon as we hit 80 likes, I will tell you a little secret and little teaser of what might be coming to our channel. So, we've got piloted flights and transition testing, mixed signals. We know that the new aircraft announced on the last earnings call 3 months ago, the November 703 Alpha Xavier, the first piloted Midnight. However, this aircraft is only capable, as you can see in the video here, CTOL flight, which stands for conventional takeoff and landing. So the aircraft cannot lift or take off vertically. It can only maneuver horizontally. This is great achievement because this is the first ACHR's piloted aircraft. And they have been clocking in some regular flights recently. We believe ACHR could announce about a dozen of piloted flights. However, what we can expect on this earnings call, and nobody talks about this, we can expect the new aircraft. The new aircraft is believed to be November 704 Alpha Xavier. and is expected to be the fully transitional VTOL aircraft. So it takes off vertically, it lands vertically, then it transitions into horizontal flight, and it goes. So this could be a good breaking point on the earnings call. If the November 704 Alpha Xavier is revealed and confirmed flying in third quarter, investor sentiment could shift significantly positive. This is something all investors have been waiting for. Let me check. We've been holding the audience of 150. We got only 44 likes. I shouldn't have told you this news about the aircraft. Come on, let's hit the like button. If we get 80 likes, as soon as we hit 80 likes, I will give you some great news and surprise of something coming to our channel. Civilian launch program, quiet but building. We know that ACHR Aviation have their launch edition program for the early market adopters. We also know that we have already 3 customers. One of these is Abu Dhabi Aviation, and they will be the first customer who will actually operate the aircraft in the Mid East. We will get to this in a very second. We'll get to this in the very second. Just bear with me. Let me read this out to you. Another customer. This customer, Abu Dhabi Aviation, was announced on the morning of the first quarter 2025 earnings call. About a month later, ACHR are coming with the next customer, the Ethiopian Airlines, and their contract worth about $30 million. The most recently, last month, we got massive order, potentially. Indonesian industry, Ketahanan Nasional. And this local operator could be buying up to 50 aircraft in the launch edition from ACHR Aviation. We know that the total launch edition order book is now estimated to exceed $300 million if all aircraft are bought and exercised. And all options are exercised, it will be even more. These deals likely include full life cycle packages, deployment, training, and maintenance. So basically, ACHR are supplying the aircraft with their engineers, with their spare parts, potentially with their pilots, if not their pilots, with their training facility to train the own pilots of the operative. And we know that ACHR Aviation have an order book of around $6 billion. If you consider the price, estimated price of the aircraft, which you can see in this picture here, is about $5 million, you can do the maths easily. Let me check how many. We've got 50 likes. That's not enough. I'm not telling you any more great news until we hit 80 likes. We've got 150 people watching. We also have great institutional background. And one of the main partners of ACHR Aviation is Stellantis. Stellantis, the automotive conglomerate, which covers and owns a lot of American and European car manufacturers. We know that Stellantis are backing up ACHR with a massive investment, and they will be investing into and developing their production line. However, we can have a strategic risk with Stellantis because their earnings call was not the best. We didn't get the best number. We have reported a 3.2 billion euros loss in the first half of 2025. We also have been impacted as a Stellantis institution. We have been impacted around 1.5 billion euros in tariff costs. Would Stellantis reprioritize their investments and their cash flow? If they will, this could be negative info and negative trigger point for ACHR Aviation. What does it mean? This could mean delays in scaling up the Georgia-based facility ARC. We still haven't got any update. We know, excuse me, that the facility, the factory is supposed to be 400,000 square feet floor space area, production area. However, we haven't heard any update on this. We could get an update on the coming earnings call. reduced capital flow to ACHR's production efforts, and less enthusiasm for risk-heavy evtol ventures in the short term. Again, this could trigger a massive sell-off if we get any negative update on this. However, with the same token, we could get a positive news. We could get an update on the timeline of the production line, and that could be a massive upside. Stock price volatility. Another thing to look out for or be aware of. ACHR has been very volatile. As you can see, this is probably the year's chart contained in here. So we are as low as $3, going up to almost $14, hitting $14. If we look at the live chart now, we've got, just look at the react. Sorry, I'm not showing the right. Look at the reaction in past few days. We have been from 1160. The days before, we were touching 1160, and now with the FOMC report, we went under $10. We literally touched the $10 mark and slightly dipped below, but any reaction on the earnings call, any negative sentiment can trigger a sell-off. We know this historically, that ACHR tend to sell off upon the earnings call. Anduril partnership, massive pivoting point, and all eyes on price. Every investor in ACHR has been eyeing their Anduril development. Come on guys, we've got only 54 likes. Are you serious? Let me just refresh the stream. We've got 150 people watching. We've got only 53 likes. I need 30 more likes. Otherwise, I'm not gonna tell you any more news. Right? Anduril partnership. This could be the breakout moment. This earnings call could feature the first major update on the Anduril collaboration. We believe, or the investors believe, because ACHR have been hinting on this, an autonomous midnight variant for military use might be underway. There could be also a brand new aircraft. It might not be just a variant of midnight. It could be easily a brand new aircraft. And we also could get announced a new Department of Defense contract, or a prototype reveal could be a massive game changer on the earnings call. Again, something to be prepared for. Eyes will be glued to this segment. What you can see is the Anduril's autonomous hypersonic drone, Fury. And this is from the Paris Air Show, which I visited in person. And I actually spoke to some of the Anduril people on the ground, as well as ACHR team. What will definitely be mentioned is the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. We know that this was announced through a massive PR stunt. That's Jimmy Fallon, isn't it? I still keep mistaking Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel. This is Jimmy Fallon on his midnight show. Adam Goldstein, the CEO of ACHR Aviation, you can see on the screen, he revealed that ACHR Aviation have secured it's not a contract, they have secured a partnership for the main event of the Los Angeles 2028 Summer Olympic Games. And ACHR Midnight will be not the, but one of the official aircraft of the event. Not only the Olympic Games, the main event, but also main partner of the Team USA. Massive PR stunt. And the year 2028 is when the whole world knows and finds out what an evtol is, and probably everyone will know who ACHR Aviation are. So just a little hint for you as a retail investor. But we definitely want to see, we will definitely hear about this, because ACHR have been making this, have been advertising this in their favor, which is fair enough. So we know this has been a strong PR move. The deployment estimates range widely. Me as an investor, I could do with some update or with some timeline, because as you can see here, it's one of the interactive links in the newsletter. This was my special live show when I broke down the, what do you call it? The size of the fleet required for 3 cases. For the light cases, for the main event, for the medium cases, and for heavy case. The light case comes out or comes across with as little as probably 2 dozens of aircraft just to do the PR stuff, to carry out the officials, maybe some of the main events athletes, but also to do the media footwork. The heavy case, which would involve the final events, which would involve the whole Team USA, which ACHR are partner of the Team USA. We are talking about lower hundreds. We are talking between 200 and 300 aircraft. Speaking of the production line, with no update yet, that could be a little drawback on that. So we definitely will hear some update and some news on this. What's next? What I expect, that's my personal favorite, along with the new aircraft announcement, with the piloted aircraft. My personal favorite, let me just check something. We've got 53 likes. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you the great news I've got for you. Got 63 likes. Okay, 20 more likes. I'm still being patient. I was told by Martyn, if I don't get enough likes and I'm not happy with the audience, just shut the stream and wait for the Robinhood earnings. I might do it. I might do it. We might carry on tomorrow. This is my favorite. We know that ACHR have announced their proposed Vertiport network. Vertiport is basically a little airport or bus stop, if you want, for the evtol. So we have announced proposed Vertiport network in New York and later in the Los Angeles area, which will line up with the main Olympic event. What we can expect? Well, my secret tip is either Seattle or Chicago. We might not get any update, but these are my secret tips. Let's see if it's true. But we definitely get this reiterated, and we might see some new network proposal. Abu Dhabi. We have been flying in Abu Dhabi in Mid-East. We have been flying, and I will show you some video. Let me just get it on the screen. We have been flying in the Mid-East. We believe, well, we not believe, this is widely accepted fact, that the United Arab Emirates will be the first market that will adopt the technology of the evtol aircraft, the concept of the evtol aircraft. And whether it's Dubai or Abu Dhabi, there will be the first commercial flights and passenger flights of the evtol aircraft. We know that Joby have started their Mid-East venture in Dubai. Shortly after that, as you can see in the video, ACHR didn't want to stay behind and they carried out their first flight in Abu Dhabi. And this is marked in the history books as the first flight of ACHR Aviation outside of the United States. Yes, it was a short hover, but the history won't ask. Let me just check something. We've got 63 likes. Still no good. Still no good. Hit the like button. It's important for the show because the more people will see this, the more likes we get. If we had 100 likes, YouTube will roll this out and the more people will come in and they will see this great investment opportunity for yourself. This is a new emerging market. I'm now giving you the insights and the future of this company. And the more people obviously are buying, the more people know about this, the more people like this, the more people are buying, and the price goes up. So you are doing yourselves a favor as well. We have some downsides. Sorry, we have some downsides, and we have some upsides as well. It used to be the ACHR finance side that was driving the prices down, the sell-off after the earnings call down. However, ACHR have done recently $850 million offering. With that, ACHR claim to have balance sheet strong, balance sheet of a strength of $2 billion. I definitely want to see the financial update and the numbers on the balance sheet. But this is a massive upside. If we can see some strong numbers, if we can see the operational costs not going through the roof, and we can see runway long enough before ACHR become profitable, this could be very positive news. Legal pressures. As every single company, as every single market leading company, they are under a lot of pressure and they are in the spotlight. We have few ongoing lawsuits or a bit of a buzz, bit of a noise. We have the most recently updated Delaware SPAC lawsuit. The allegations around 2021 merger fairness are advancing. 4 of 5 claims remain active as of July 2025. We also got an update. We got this 8K filing, and it looks like that ACHR will be issuing about 30 million shares to compensate and to comply with this. It's not going to be issued in one go. It will be rolled out in stages or maybe in tranches. So this shouldn't affect you as a retail investor as much. And I would like to see, and I think we will see some update on this as well. We also have the ongoing dispute with Whisk Aero. Thought originally settled in 2023, Whisk returned in 2024 over undelivered shares, and the judge largely sided with Whisk. I don't think we will see any update on this in the earnings call, but something to bear in mind. And also we have the Culper report. One of the short-selling companies accused ACHR from manipulating the investors' confidence and investors' trust. We covered this on the day the short report came out. We covered this live with Sensei. Again, in the newsletter, interactive link. You click on this and you can watch. And you can see us on the screen. We are discussing this thoroughly with Sensei. And also, we have a comment from the CEO of ACHR Aviation to the Delaware court case. As he promised, we got 8K report, which I showed you on the screen, and we seem to be getting a bit more transparency from the CEO, Adam Goldstein, which to me, as a retail investor, is a great upside. Final thoughts. What can trigger the reaction, upwards or downwards? Got 76 likes. I love it. I love it. 4 more likes. 4 more likes, and I will tell you some great little teaser for something that might be coming to our show. And I'm speaking of ACHR. Put 1 and 1 together. Final thoughts. ACHR is in high stakes moment. The balance of innovation versus execution, civilian and defense, and narrative and reality clash will define this call. What could drive, what could trigger a positive reaction? A new aircraft, N704AX, the piloted fully transitional aircraft, which should be rolled out in this quarter or third quarter at the latest. This will be definitely positive trigger point. What could drive the sentiment down is the delay on certification, weak delivery update, or no new contracts. Sentiment could plunge. The main pivot point will be about the defense. ACHR have strong partners. They have Palantir, they have Anduril on their side. The ACHR Defense Department, the subsidiary of ACHR Aviation, has got a very strong setup of military high-rank officers, retired military high-rank officers and advisors. They have a great setup for something fairly big. Join us for the earnings call, August the 11th, after hours. The first quarter report we did live on our show, I covered it and I brought it to you, was the biggest live eVTOL show on YouTube. No question. No question. It was the biggest live. I did the research. I ran the numbers. I checked the biggest accounts covering eVTOLs and ACHR. This was the biggest live eVTOL show. Let's do it again. Let's do it even bigger because there's a lot at stake. And you can see ACHR were recently hitting or tackling their all-time high. This could be, look at the price. This could go even lower next week before the coming earnings call. There could be a sell-off. We usually don't get good news before the earnings. That's usually part of the earnings day. This could drive potentially the price even lower. The Fed report, interest rate pause, no cut. You could see the reaction. This is not financial advice, but you could have a very good entry point as a long-term investor in ACHR. Definitely join us on the 11th. Hood is going up. Let's check this. Hood is going up. What's coming after me? What's coming after me will be the Robinhood earnings call. I will hold you. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Mark. Right, let me just quickly skim through the chat. If we have any questions, I'm happy to answer. I'm not going all the way through the chat. Let me just quickly skim through it. Just improve my ACHR position. Yes, Martin with conviction. Good investment strategy. I like the correlation between evtol and para-zero. Yes. We also know that the legislation of the United States aerospace could be in favor of ACHR because Donald Trump's new bill from early June, it is in favor of autonomous aircraft. That means drones. So these could be implemented into the United States aerospace. One more reason why ACHR could bring this out as a great piece of news, because they could have autonomous aircraft in development, and it'll be much easier to roll this aircraft out under the new FAA regulations. Do we have any questions? No way ACHR will have another aircraft. Well, all right, I see what you're doing. Yes, ACHR, I expect on this earnings call, they will announce N704AX, fully transitional piloted aircraft. Vaz, I gave a like. Murphy's here. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining and thanks for liking the video. Let me just quickly catch up if we have any questions and I will give you the little teaser and then I will send you. I see the event is already set up. The event is pinned top of the chat. So I will send you to the Robinhood earnings call. Look, oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at the massive reaction. Wow. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. Martyn will be starting very shortly after me. The event is set up. Let me just go through the questions. I'll give you the sweet news and then I'll send you off to Martyn. Like. Let's go, people. Thank you. Feels like more strip club to give. What? Like that. Okay. Well, I take it is a compliment to my lighting, to my background lighting. But thank you. I did give a like, so thank you. I can take my shirt off if you want. Right. Do we have any questions, Vaz? I could like it twice. Thank you. Do we have any questions in the chat? Actually, should do it, Vaz. People don't deserve the news. And 70 likes. Yeah, we've got it. We hit it. ACHR just pump up. Yeah. Vaz, is it true that they are preparing for another flight? The N703, the CTOL aircraft, has been clocking in pretty much daily flights recently. And as I said, we should get confirmation of probably more than a dozen of flights, piloted flights. So this could become the bread and butter of ACHR Aviation. We could see a piloted flight pretty much every day in the third quarter. Everything including gold and silver selling off, very bearish. ACHR just pump up. Guys, do you think XRP will fall down? Just say Microsoft is up. Hood is going up. Right, because don't forget to join me for the main event. August the 11th, after hours. The very special. There'll be a little short half-an-hour show. I will give you probably some news announced on the day. I will give you some more news and some more insights. But this will be a little build-up, and the main event is the earnings call. Again, it can go either way. I'm very suspended. I'm very excited as an investor. Speaking of ACHR, I have engaged and I have been talking to one of the market-leading companies. I'm not saying which one, but you can take the hint. What video is this about? We might see somebody from ACHR on our show fairly soon, in the coming weeks or maybe a couple of months. Something I've been working on, and I'm not going to say any more until it's done. Thank you very much for joining. Next event, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Robinhood. People taking profits. Is this going to carry on going up? Is this going to be a massive pump, or are we going to have a sell-off? Join Martyn on the next event. Tomorrow, if you like evtols, we are also covering vertical aerospace. I'll be bringing you same special for vertical aerospace. Very attractive, very interesting stock. We also did a live interview on the most recent, biggest British air show. I brought you interview, and it's believed to be the most comprehensive and complex interview in terms of information and updates on their aircraft. Tomorrow, after the inflation report, I'll be live just after Martyn's morning show. So join me for vertical aerospace. That's it for now. Go to the Robinhood earnings. I believe this is going to be massive. That's it for now. If you are rewatching the video, here is invitation to the main event. Here is another video coming. That's it for now. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the likes. Keep looking out. You might see one of the market-leading companies on the show very soon. Take care of yourselves and each other.